Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another gameplay glimpse here on youtube.com/PSNStores or PSNStores.com. I am Collin, here checking out Anima or Anima, Gate of Memories. I think I was saying Anima, but I think it's Anima because I'm dumb. Just going to take you through the beginning of the game. I have completed the game already, but just going to take you through just a little bit of it. There's some maybe spoilers, I don't know. But yeah, it's a third-person action RPG,
coming to an end.
and I'll give you a little bit of the
For more than a year, everything
opening
has
here.
been plunged into chaos. The sacred holy empire of Abel, once a symbol of power and stability, has fallen. Broken and fragmented, the nations that were once part of it sought after the empty throne, and now the shadow of an insane war threatens to engulf everything. Oblivious to the conflict, the Order of Nathaniel, founded centuries ago to keep humanity safe from what lurks in the night, continued its restless fight against the dark. Over the ages, the Order waged countless secret wars, always hiding from mankind that the monsters who walked among us, our darkest fairy tales, were still there. And then, 2 days ago, something unexpected happened. While the Order was negotiating a way to stop the upcoming conflict with the warring states, the Red Lady, a high-ranking member of Nathaniel, stole one of the artifacts that the organization had sealed in the dark long ago. The Biblos, a book written with the blood of the founder of the Order. Nobody knew why she took it, nor the importance of the artifact, but I, Romeo Exet, leader of Nathaniel, did. Understanding what was at stake, I was forced to send the best agents of the organization to recover it at any cost. As fate would have it, amongst all of those agents, it would be the girl with no name, a cursed child bringing calamity with her, who would find it.
So there's kind of your basic premise setup thing. It's still kind of hard to follow. Even after playing through the game, it's still kind of hard to determine a little bit of the story. Here's your main character, the Bearer, and we'll also hear another character, a monster trapped in a book called Urgos.
This place is devastated. I didn't think that the war had already come this far.
Ignore that nonsense, baby.
You're gonna hear baby a lot.
What mankind doesn't concern us. Our prey is near, I can tell.
At last we will have some fun.
What is it? Uneasy? That's not like you. You have nothing to fear. You are the bearer of calamities. You have at your disposal the most powerful weapon in the whole of creation, sealed in a damned book. You've got me.
Shut up.
Voice acting could be a little bit better. I feel like writing could be a little bit too. Again, it's a third-person action RPG. You have different abilities. You have your cooldown meters, things like that. Kind of some attacks there. We'll go over here and we'll find one of these items. These are kind of just a random item, so like a life fragment. So you can, yeah, that's usually where I put it. Just kind of ran through it real quick, but you're gonna have at some point in the game you'll have weapons and artifacts, both for Urgo and the Bearer. I don't think you can switch right now, but at some point in the game you will be able to switch in between the Bearer and Urgo. So we have a skill tree that shows up later that's not here right now, but then here's all my items, and one that I just got is a life fragment. Yeah.
Welcome, Bearer of Calamities. I knew they would send you. Unfortunately, you've come too soon. I have not finished yet.
Lady, in recognition of your years of work for the Order, I will give you a chance to surrender and return the Biblos.
As pragmatic as ever. Well, I didn't expect a greeting from you.
What have you done with this place?
Make no mistake, Bearer of Calamities, I had nothing to do with the destruction of this city. Its inhabitants left before the armies of the Empire arrived. To prevent them from taking it, the people set it on fire and killed everyone who wanted to stay. It's human nature. War, murder, death. It is something you should already be accustomed to.
I didn't come here to listen to your pointless speech. Give me the artifact. I will not ask again.
Unfortunately, I'm not finished with it yet. But don't worry.
There's a lot of these kind of sections that seem to just drag on with dialogue, especially when it's just not very interesting. It's kind of hard to follow.
Goodbye forever, Bearer of Calamities.
Wait! Damn.
Hey, you guys, some of the first enemies. I've already played for a little bit. I've already beaten the game, so I know how these guys go. There's a free moving camera, moving with the right stick. Magic beam. There is a lock-on, pressing L3. Still pretty hard to finagle the camera, especially when you have multiple enemies. It's like when I move the right stick when I'm locked on, it moves it. And, uh-oh. Did we just crash here? Uh-oh. Oh, that's great. Oh, it was just telling me to do that. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought the game had, like, frozen. It's weird. But yeah, the camera still takes a little bit to get around. Even like some little aim assist would have been great. Like maybe even just a little bit of default. I don't even know if it has on the menus. But yeah, there's like, you know, you'll level up, you gain experience. Those little other dot circle things up there. Those kind of act as kind of some experience points that you can spend on shops. Yeah, so there's an item and a weapon.
After I signed my pact with you.
So even though you have
Something like your teacher, huh?
even though you have a weapon equipped, it's still like the same look. You don't like it doesn't change when you like if you have a sword weapon, like it doesn't show that you have a sword. Like it's just I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing that like it's still the same attacks. There's this. It refills all health. I never did go this way when I first started. See if there's anything this way. Yeah, there's something up here. Let's see what this is. Oh, their life fragment. Okay. But this is just the prologue. At another point, you get to this place called Arcane, and you have like kind of it's almost like multiple dungeons. I'd almost say you have multiple floors, and you're able to go to different areas. So you don't like if you go to one area, you will be able to leave that area if it's too tough, and go to another area. And then come back to it, which is really nice. There was a couple sections that I had a lot of trouble with. So I'm playing on normal right now. I actually, by the end of the game, I had to actually switch it down to easy. Just the game, especially the bosses, were just so brutally difficult. They are long fights. And you'd have to start all the way over again once you... if you lose, like right at the very end of the fight, you gotta start the whole thing over. Most of them just kind of... Most of the fights just kind of come down to just kind of maybe button mashing and dodging here and there. What I've kind of found. But there are a couple bosses that are, I don't know about unique, but they kind of have like a different take that requires you to do certain things. Like a lot of projectiles like these can be brutal to get away from. You can just kind of, especially with a lot of projectiles, can just kind of kick your butt.
Has anyone ever told you you're too pushy, my dear?
Wow, an existential barrier, and one of substantial power, if I may say.
Suggestions?
I sense three seals that support the barrier nearby. We must go back and find them if we want to move on. Don't worry, I'll make them visible for you, baby.
Again, a lot of the word baby comes up throughout this thing, and expect to get a lot of kind of sexualized jokes from Ergo. And just when you think they're almost over, there come a few more. Which, like, a lot of them are just kind of like eye rollers. Just like, oh, like, well, you know, he's just going to say that. But sometimes they're, I don't know about offensive, but sometimes they're just really bad.
One down, two to go.
Just one more.
But most sections usually like, okay, so if I'm in the center of Arcane and I just completed a section, I want to go to another section. So you're kind of like, you go outside the tower. You go like to the outside area. And so you're outside of the tower, and then you kind of go through like another section that's just kind of just beyond the tower. And then you get on to like the full main area. Almost like it gave me, and even the music did too, it gave me very Metroid Prime kind of vibes. How like each kind of area is intertwined with one another, and you can kind of go wherever you want. I got a lot of those kind of vibes from the game, which I'm a big fan of Metroid Prime, so no complaints there. I do really like the music. Overall, I mean, I'll have a review maybe in about a week or so, maybe when this is posted, maybe sometime when this is posted. But overall, I just find the game to be very mediocre. Like, it can be enjoyable, but can also be very frustrating at times. I would say if it interests you, and even just kind of a little bit, I would say maybe it's worth trying out. But I'd say if you're looking for something new to play, I would say probably pass. I would say there are probably better options for you. Probably even in the action RPG kind of space. There are multiple endings, which is cool. So I think there's like maybe 5 total endings. I don't remember. I remember seeing them. I got like, I think I didn't get the worst ending my first playthrough, but I think I got the bad ending. So I could have been better. So here's kind of like a little bit of a bite.
The others. Come on, let me out.
Shut up.
Party pooper.
This isn't really a problem by the end, but every once in a while, kind of in the beginning, you have some invisible walls that you think like, oh, I could jump up there, and then you can't. So this isn't pretty bad, but at some points there are first-person platforming sections, not first-person, just platforming sections that are just absolutely brutal at certain parts, and they are not fun at all. Luckily, like most of the sections aren't absolutely necessary to progress, but if you want to get everything, you're gonna have to go through some of those platforming sections, and they're not very fun. They give you just like, the game's not meant to be a platformer, and it's clearly evident in those sections. Getting close to the end of the prologue here. I don't know how much longer I'll go. I'll see if I can maybe beat the prologue in a timely manner.
But whatever it is, I feel something ancient.
Some of these sections are kind of rough, especially... I remember when I first played it, this section, it was pretty bad. Just a non-stop onslaught of projectiles flying at you. Getting pretty good this time, because I think I've played it for a while.
I'll admit, I expected to have a little more time, Bearer of Calamities. The Biblos is not ready yet.
What do you want?
Want? I don't want anything, my dear. I'm just an instrument of salvation. But I don't expect someone like you to understand that. But you, my dear, were a fool for coming here. This whole place was built for only one purpose. To seal the very core of your power. You look frightened, dear. Are you afraid of monsters again?
Monsters? Those are no monsters. Let me show you what a real monster is. Ergo, monsters.
I love it!
here's Ergo. And you can change black. Change back, pressing R1. They all pretty much have the same moves. Nothing too special with them both. When you get deeper into the game, they each have their own skill tree with their own skill points. And even then, there are some slight differences, but most of them, they are the same skills. Yeah, like even the camera sometimes, like you wish you need to take your thumb off, like pressing square, in order to swing at the enemies. Or excuse me, you need to take your thumb off square, swinging at the enemies, to then move the camera around to know where you're swinging at, unless you use the lock on. That little laugh of like the ha 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 ha. That reminds me of like Superman 64 with like Lex Luthor's laugh, like ha 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 ha. Like anybody remember that? Probably not. Life fragment. Kind of, you know, gives you health over time. Knocked her head off. Yeah, I've got that move too, lady. I
shouldn't have underestimated the power of the calamity. But it matters not. The ritual is complete.
What is this all about, lady? I don't understand you.
Oh, but you will, my dear. Everything is about to begin. Ugh!
Goodbye.
You should not be!
Who are you?
Baby, this guy's no joke. His power is too much for you.
I know.
Yeah, baby. So like right now you kind of have to worry about you have your cooldown, the red bar of your moves. You kind of have to worry about that early on, but after a while you don't really have to worry about that because more you level up, you'll gain skills and your bar will recharge faster and things like that. So you're not really worried about it.
once more. The same dream. Always the same. The little girl runs. She runs to escape the horror that haunts her. But what she sees at the end of the darkness, it's just an even greater nightmare.
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. It's time to get out of bed.
Ergo? What happened? Where are we?
Not a clue. After that light, everything became chaotic. I only know that when I regained consciousness, I was in this place. I've never seen anything like it.
How long have I been asleep?
A few hours. Before you open your big mouth to complain, I tried to wake you up earlier. But stay calm. I assure you, nothing has come close or done anything to you while you slept.
Thanks.
Well, except me.
Ugh.
So, what's the plan? Are we still looking for your artifact? Or shall we try to find a way out of here?
First of all, I think that the most important thing would be to find out where we are and how we got here. Let's collect all the information we can, and later we'll have time to make an appropriate decision.
Listen to me, Bane. There's another thing that I need you to know. This place is oppressing me, as if it's trying to choke my very essence. My powers, and therefore yours, are greatly limited.
And that means?
That you're screwed. You'd better be careful.
You're worried about me? I don't need that from you. At the time, I didn't want to admit it, but I was calm just because he was there with me.
So yeah, you have your skills, passive skills, increase, yeah, blah blah. Some skills of character level requirements be unlocked. Others can be upgraded several times, to be more powerful with different. Yeah, you can see you have to like required level 4, required level 10. Yeah, I'm just, you know. Spending them wherever. But yeah, so this is Arcane. This is the main kind of area. It's kind of locked for now. But yeah, this is pretty much what we saw at the very beginning of the game. This is kind of your hub world for the game. But other than that, I think that's probably going to do it for this gameplay glimpse. Should have a review shortly, or maybe by the time this video goes up also. Let me know what you thought of the video, what you think of the game. You can also see like each of these little squares are like memories that you can collect. So like here's like a big area, then like each of these little 5 circles are memories that you can collect. And if you collect all of them, you'll probably get the true ending, stuff like that. But with that, I'm gonna leave it there. Again, thanks for watching. If you feel like you're feeling generous, want to support us, you can definitely go over to patreon.com/PSNstores. Drop us $1 or $2 if you feel so inclined. And also subscribe to us on youtube.com/PSNstores, and where you've got a lot of content going up, got a lot of different videos for a wide range of games. We got podcasts, we got Let's Plays, gameplay glimpses, reviews, such of that nature. But with that, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
If you like this or any of our other YouTube videos, subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to support what we do in general, be sure to hop on over to patreon.com/PSNstores. Your patronage helps keep our podcast 100% ad-free. Thanks for watching.